Welcome one and all to Sonic Artists Then and Now Part 3. Today we're looking at 3 more artists that have contributed to the Sonic series. As always, I hope this video is informative for you, you learn something, get learned, and let's get going! Teresa Jane Davis, often referred to as simply TJ Davis, is a singer from the UK. She went to music school in Leeds, and soon after moved to London and began her singing career in 1989, in a band called Jump the Gap, with her best friend David Brooks. After Jump the Gap, they started a 70s music band called Car Wash. To start meeting some industry figures, TJ began answering ads in the now-defunct Melody Maker newspaper. Her first major tour was as a backing vocalist for Gary Newman. She described some troubles she had on that tour on her website, stating, "I wore my red catsuit the wrong way around on the first show. Fun for the audience, I suppose. Then my PVC trousers melted on stage at the Marquee Club. Following that, I slipped and split them up the back. Oof." She continued touring and recording with various acts, including playing the role of Frida in an ABBA tribute band, Bjorn Again, which supported the Spice Girls at Wembley Stadium. TJ was featured on the track Brilliant Feeling, which hit number 72 on the UK singles charts in 1996. The next year saw the release of Sonic R. Sonic R, the third racing game in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, was originally released for Sega Saturn and released for Microsoft Windows a year later. The soundtrack was composed by Richard Jakes, a British composer from Sega Europe, who previously worked on the soundtrack for the Saturn and PC versions of Sonic 3D Blast. The main theme of Sonic R, Supersonic Racing, was the first song he composed for the game, and TJ Davis provided vocals. Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic, liked the song so much that he requested TJ Davis be featured on every single song in the game. This did indeed happen, though Sonic R does have a feature allowing players to disable vocals. But come on, who would ever use that? TJ goes in on these tracks. The official soundtrack CD was released in Japan on January 21st, 1998, and various compilation albums have featured Sonic R's music. The Sonic R soundtrack was released digitally in June 2014. Sonic R's music has been used in a few other games since its release. A remix of Supersonic Racing can be heard in Sonic Generations. This remix was done by Cash Cash, who we talked about in the first video. Go check that out, shameless plug, woohoo! Later Sonic racing games, Sonic and Sega All-Stars, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Transformed, and Team Sonic Racing, feature a few tracks from Sonic R. And in LEGO Dimensions Sonic Pack, which is chock full of references to older games, Sonic will reference Sonic R's music.
Man, I can really feel the sunshine. It's brightening up my day.
TJ Davis is still singing today. She has been recording songs since her Sonic debut, and she continues to sing ABBA songs in the 1974 ABBA tribute show, along with other former members of Bjorn Again. And I can shamelessly say that Dancing Queen is one of the greatest songs of all time, so I'd love to see that. Well, maybe a little shame. Whatever.
Economics ain't got no justice. Who's bound to lose of it all?
I think researching this guy blew my mind more than any others in this series. Marlon Saunders has worked as a touring and session musician, and over the years has worked with all of these people. Are you serious? The Knuckles guy? Dang. He and 2 others formed the core of the New York acid jazz band Jazz Hole, one of the most popular groups in the acid jazz subgenre. The group released their debut album in 1994. Saunders recorded for a few Sega games, including Burning Rangers and Christmas Nights into Dreams, a promotional sampler disc for Nights into Dreams.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles.
Marlon Saunders is the recording artist behind the original Sonic Adventure Knuckles theme, Unknown from Me, and is part of the Sonic Adventure 2 version with Hunted P, who we talked about in the second video. Go check that out, shameless plug, woo! While they appear on the track together, they never actually got to work together. Hunted P recorded his verses, and then Marlon Saunders added his part later. Following his Sonic endeavors, Saunders contributed to the track For Brighter Day, for the soundtrack of Sega's RPG, Phantasy Star Universe. Marlon Saunders used to work at the Berklee College of Music as a vocal professor, and currently serves as an adjunct faculty member at NYU's Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music, in addition to teaching in his own voice studio, The Seamless Voice. He has released 2 albums through his own label, Black Honey Records. On the big screen, he played the Calypso singer in Disney's Enchanted, and recorded part of the Academy Award-nominated song That's How You Know, with Amy Adams, who played the role of Giselle. Jazz Hole is still going. They released their latest album, Blue 72, featuring reimaginings of some pop and R&B hits from 1972, in 2014. While he hasn't technically been featured in Sonic games for a while now, Unknown from Me is referenced by Knuckles in LEGO Dimensions.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather.
I'll leave links to his site and The Seamless Voice in the description in case you want to check those out. You can even buy some online voice lessons. Let me know if you do. Then you can sing me to sleep with Unknown from Me. Okay, first off, props on this Dragon Ball GT shirt from this MagFest clip. It's an underrated series, don't at me. Hyper Potions is an EDM duo comprised of Ian Sushi Killer Tsuchiro, and that's the first name I can't say in this video, and Kevin Vallejo, and there's the first name I'm kind of 50-50 on it. The two of them are best friends but actually live on opposite sides of the country, one in California and one in Pennsylvania. They use tools like Splice and Dropbox to collaborate on music. Before actually becoming Hyper Potions, they burst onto the EDM scene in October 2014, releasing a collaboration Anime Bay on Monster Cat, an EDM record label that signs artists on a per-track basis. It was after this that they decided to form an actual group, naming themselves Hyper Potions after the item from the Pokemon games. For years, they've continued to release tracks on Monster Cat under that moniker. The two have been embedded in geek culture for years, and some of their earliest musical material consisted of remakes of video game pieces, so it must have been a dream come true when they teamed up with Sega. The first work of theirs used by Sega was actually their first Monster Cat single under the name Hyper Potions, Porta Vista. This track was used for the trailer for Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice on the Nintendo 3DS.
Tails? What's going on?
They then crafted tracks to be used for Sonic Mania's promotional materials, including Checkpoint, a collaboration with Nitro Fun, for the initial trailer, Time Trials for the pre-order trailer, and Friends for the launch trailer, and by extension, the official soundtrack. Friends was also featured in the end credits of Sonic Mania Adventures, a promotional series of animated shorts. For Team Sonic Racing, Hyper Potions was able to remix some of Jun Sonoe's music, who we talked about in the first video. Go check that out, shameless plug, woohoo! In total, the duo contributed to the music of 3 racetracks: Ice Mountain, Market Street, and Whale Lagoon. Outside of their official work with Sega, Hyper Potions has remixed tracks from older Sonic games, and even wrote an original, Gotta Go Fast, dedicated to the Blue Blur, which even got this comment from the Hedgehog himself. When asked by Mania magazine to describe the music of Hyper Potions in 3 words, Ian replied, happy, friendly, nostalgic. And it's true, I mean, just look at the artwork of them on their website. Like, I just imagine them actually being these things and not actual humans, and it makes me happy. In an interview with iBuyPower, link in the description, the duo stated their desire to continue working on game music, and also branch out into making music for cartoons, so be on the lookout for their future work. And we're done. Another installment into YouTube books. Let me know if you want to see something in part 4. Maybe I'll invest in a new Sonic shirt for that one. Probably not. And I'll catch you next time.